just really feel good to get my first win over Alabama, and this team's first win in a while. Um, I think we came out, we were, with all the emotions and, all the alumni back. Our kids have been, you know, have been getting feedback from them. They've been loving on them. So it was really, really special to do this in front of them. I thought we prepared really well. Our team was focused. I felt like they were locked in. Um, I felt like they came out and set the tone. We wanted to set the tone, and I felt like we did. And normally we do that on the defensive end, but I felt like it was on the defense and offense. I was really pleased with our execution early, offensive execution early in the ball game, and yeah, I'm just really happy with the win. I thought, like Honesty said, this is a basketball is a game of runs. We had to be able to withstand that run. We had to be able to make an adjustment, throw something different at them, and sometimes that's the difference in the ball game. We hadn't pressed all game, and in that timeout, I really wanted to get some energy going, so I called for our press, and we got a couple of steals. We went on a 9-0 run, and I thought that was the difference in the ball game. And they were able to go out and execute it, which we have not always been able to do. So I was really pleased with that. That shows growth with this team.
Coach, you had the opportunity to close out the game against Vanderbilt. Didn't quite get that done. Today, you guys closed it out. You outscored Alabama 28-14 in the fourth quarter. How crucial is that, and what was kind of your message in that fourth quarter to get your girls going?
Like I said, I told them that we have to get back to doing what we were doing in the first quarter. So I thought we kind of got out of sync. We had some foul trouble. We had some different, different players in and playing in different positions. So I was able to get a group back in there that could press. We threw that in at them. I think it caught them off guard. They immediately threw the ball away, and then we got a couple of steals, a couple of runouts, a couple of easy basket. It got the energy going in the building, and I think that's what we do. That's the way we play. So the message was to get back to playing the way we played. The way we started the ball game out is the way we needed to end the ball game, and that's what I wanted them to do.
John, this is kind of a dumb question, but how you keep talking about the energy in the building and you keep asking the fans to come back, right? And just how tangibly would you describe what a difference it makes? Is it rattling the other team? Is it your own heart rate helping that? Because it seemed like, first quarter and fourth quarter, when it was the loudest, you guys played your best.
Yeah.
What is the difference?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think, it definitely gets us going. It's amazing to see how our players feed off that energy. But I also think it rattles the other team, when you have that many people yelling against you, and then when you have that many people yelling for you. So I think it's a little bit of both. It absolutely fueled our fire. So I was pleased with that. That energy was amazing.
Coach, kind of piggybacking off of Caleb's question, in a non-conference, you started slow, but you ended with a lot of wins. In the SEC play, you started fast and had some disappointing losses. How significant is breaking that trend today in terms of Alabama getting back to the game, even taking a lead at some point, and then closing out the game with a double-digit win?
Yeah, it was about, like I said, a game of runs. And when they made their run, we made some mistakes. We had some defensive mistakes. But what we were doing was we were taking away everything they wanted to do. So they decided to put their head down and drive us. And it was basically one-on-one. They were getting to the rim, and we were making some not smart fouls. We didn't wall up and let them score over us. A couple of times we did, and they did score. They're a good basketball team. They're a well-coached basketball team. So the thing is that I feel like we don't get as rattled as we did earlier when teams make runs on us, and we have an understanding. We stayed poised, which we're learning to do. We're learning to go on a run on our own, how to create just a difference. And I think once we got into that press, that was something different. And we had to crank it up. I had some tired kids too. I had some kids that had been playing a lot of minutes, but they knew they had to crank it up if they wanted this win, and I thought they really wanted it.
Yeah, Marshawn came out with an injury pretty late. How's she doing?
I haven't heard yet. So I went back there to check on her, and she was still back with them, so I'm not exactly sure.
I heard she's doing okay.
Yeah. And I was told, but, I really want to get it from, from our trainer, but I was told she was doing better.
Coach, at the end of the game there, you had the game sealed. Technical call called on Coach Curry. She said she felt like the referee called maybe like a ghost foul or something like that. Did you see what happened or like?
I don't know, but I saw some ghost fouls too. So, I could have easily gotten a tag, but I just, I didn't see it.
Oh, don't call me, don't officiate.
I didn't see it.
You guys held Sarah Ashley Baker to 10 points on 25% shooting. What did y'all do to stop Alabama's best scorer tonight?
I think we play different than a lot of people who have played them. We deny and then we pressure. I thought we had really good help. I thought Taylor did a really good job on her, even Celia when she had her some. I thought they did a really good job of speeding her up, not letting her get in a rhythm, not letting her. She got to the rim a couple of times, but for the most part, I thought we made her take shots that, she didn't really want to take. So basically, that's it. I just thought our kids did a really good job on her.
Coach, you talked about this team not getting too rattled now when the other team makes a run. Have you noticed a change in confidence since the LSU game when you were able to overcome that?
Yes, I do, and I think that goes a long way. I think this team they're learning. I keep saying it's a team we have 8 new players plus one that that didn't play last year. So we have 9 players on the floor that haven't played an SEC game. Other than Mingo did, but the rest of them haven't played in at this level, and having an understanding of how to prepare, how to overcome when you make a mistake, how to get back in it, not get your head down, because, there's a lot of good players in the SEC. So, other teams are going to score. You're going to get scored on. You're going to get a foul. I'm going to yell at you. So how not to get your head down, keep staying in the game, staying poised, staying focused, staying locked in. I think that those are the things they're learning to do.
Just want to get your thoughts on going 13 for 16 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter.
I was a little disappointed that Honesty missed her free throw, but other than that, I thought, like I said, we're growing, and they work. There were a time when we were missing a lot, and it was kind of snowballing, but, these kids get in the gym and they work on it. So just to see that payoff for them, it's big. But when you get in the gym, when you work on things like that, it does pay off. So just to see that, it is, really good, and it was much needed.
Time for a couple more. We'll go back left.
So you talked a little bit about how the team was able to hold back Sarah Ashley, but Jessica Timmons went with the highest scoring of the night. What was different about Jess that was maybe harder for the team to grasp?
I thought we didn't, there was time in there in that third quarter when she just went one-on-one. We thought she was going to come off the screen, but she didn't. She just went, and there was no help. And I think the person guarding her thought there were going to be help, but it wasn't. So we just kind of shaded more. Once we got to that fourth quarter, we made that adjustment. We shaded more. We were trying to tell them on the fly, but, once we were able to get a timeout and get them over there and show them how to shade it, it made a difference. So she was just putting the ball down, going one-on-one.
Coach, Alabama's head coach talked a lot about playing zone defense and your offense struggling against the zone in the second and third quarters. You've talked a lot about you struggling against their drive. Which of those do you think contributed more to your struggles in the second and third quarters? And did you make any adjustments from their zone defense?
Well, yeah, so part of it was, honestly, was in foul trouble. And so that's our playmaker. So we didn't have our playmaker in during that time. And so I think they play their zone a little bit different when Honesty's in there and when she's not. So and like I said, she does a lot for our team, not just scoring, but she opens it up for other people. So and they were able to cover those things, to cover the looks we needed without having to help off on Honesty when she's not in the ball game. So honestly, that was the difference. When she picked up that third foul early, that was a tough one, and I had to make a decision to take her out and kind of hold her off as long as I could.
Coach, you took Honesty out of the game, but you got 17 points from your bigs tonight. Savannah Scott put in 10, and you got 7 points from number 20. What did that mean to being able to maintain the flow of scoring in this game?
It meant a lot, just for our guards to look for them. When Honesty was out, we told our bigs to go eat. We felt like we prepared them. This is not the first time Honesty's been in foul trouble. It's probably not going to be the last, so we have to figure out a way to score when she is out. And I thought our bigs did a really good job. I thought Coach D did a good job of preparing them. They worked extremely hard these last couple of days on finishing, on sealing out, understanding where to seal, especially in that zone, and just going up scoring. A lot of times they'll get the ball and they don't just go straight up and they miss those shots. But I thought she did a good job of preparing them, and they did a good job of executing.
Take one more, Justin.
Johnny, we've seen a lot of the love Auburn showed Dewana on her trip back, but could you take us inside maybe what has she shown love back? What has it been like to have her from your perspective
It
this
has
week?
been so amazing. Just her, she came to practice yesterday, and, she was out there with our players, and she was trying to get buckets on them. Now she was getting buckets on, but she was also telling them, well, giving them nuggets, dropping nuggets on them. She was just loving on them, and just for them to see that and to feel that, it was amazing. She's a great person. She's a great Auburn alumni. She loves this school. She lets it be known, and we go and support her when she comes to Atlanta and play. I take the team so they can go and watch her play. So they have gotten to know each other, and they're forming a bond. So it has been really amazing having her back here. It's been a long time, too long. It's been 14 years since she's been here, and I think that's I don't even know how to describe her not being back here in 14 years, but to get her back here and to make her feel all the love and all the love that she's showing us has been really, it's been special.
Thanks, everybody.
War Eagle.